Morning students, let's see the continuity of practice bits in D block elements. Okay. Which of the following transition metals have similar atomic size or atomic radii? Okay. Option A, iron, cobalt and nickel. Option B, zirconium and hafnium. Option C, molybdenum and tungsten. And option D, all. Which one shows similar atomic size or atomic radius here? What is the answer? All. So here that means which of the following pair of transition metals? Write that. These all three process same atomic radius. Here these two are also process same atomic radius. Here this pair is also process same atomic radius. Okay. So these are all having, these three having same atomic radius. Again these two are also having same atomic radius. Here these two also having same atomic radius. So which of the following pair of transition metals having similar atomic size and atomic radius? Means all. Okay. Size of copper and zinc is option A, copper less than zinc. Option B, zinc less than copper. Option C, copper is identical to zinc. D, none of these. Which one is correct one? The size of copper is more than, size of zinc is more than copper. Okay. Which of the following have constant atomic radius or atomic radii? Okay. Option A, iron. Option B, cobalt. Option C, nickel. Radii in first transition series, in first or 3D transition series, and option D, all. So D is correct one here. Okay. Which of the following have similar size, similar atomic size and ionic size or radii? Size or radius both are same here. Okay. Option A, chromium, option B manganese, option C iron, option D all. Okay. And the next one, write the fifth bit. Atomic size or atomic radii of silver and cadmium is in the order option A silver is less than cadmium, option B cadmium is less than silver, option C silver similar to cadmium radius, D all. So here this is the correct answer. Okay. Atomic size or atomic radius of zirconium and hafnium is, okay, option A 1.60 angstrom units, and for hafnium 1.59 angstrom units. Option B 160 picometers and 159 pm. Option C A and B, option D all. A and B, D is none of this. Which one is correct one? Option C. So these are the atomic radius of these two. Okay. So seventh one, what we conclude can conclude it from question number 6. So from this one what we can say here, okay, option A radius of zirconium is similar to radius of hafnium. Radius of or size of zirconium is similar to radius of hafnium. And option B radius of zirconium is greater than radius of hafnium. Okay, option C radius of zirconium is less than radius of hafnium. D none of this. Okay, so keep it in our mind. So radius of zirconium, which is belongs to 4D transition series, here hafnium 5D transition series. Okay, these both are having nearly same atomic radius. So here just 0.1 value is greater than this one is. After that we can also prefer this one. Mostly we have to consider this one. Okay, important one that. Similar atomic radius. When comparing with hafnium, a small quantity of variation is there in the zirconium. Okay. And scandium plus 2 and Zn plus 2. Which one has highest ionic radii? Option A scandium plus 2 greater than Zn plus 2. Option B, scandium plus 2 is less than Zn plus 2. Option C, scandium plus 2 is identical to Zn plus 2. Zn plus 2. Okay. D, none of these. None of these. Okay. So option A is correct one here. Okay. The radius of ionic radius means radius in ions. These are having charges. Okay, radius in ions is called as ionic radius. Atomic radius means radius in atoms. That means number of electron equals number of proton. It is neutral. That is called atom. Atom is a neutral. Okay. So ionic radius means these are the ions. Radius in ions is called as ionic radius. Okay. That is the difference here. So which one has highest atomic radius? Here scandium 0.95 angstrom units, and here it is 0.65 angstrom units. Okay. Angstrom units. And ninth one, ionic radius order of Cu plus 2 and Zn plus 2 ions is option A, Cu plus 2 is greater than Zn plus 2. Option B, Cu plus 2 is less than Zn plus 2. Option C, Cu plus 2 almost all similar to Zn plus 2. Option D, all. So which one is correct one? Copper has maximum ionic radius than Zn plus 2. Okay. And write 10th bit. And 10th bit, what is that? Okay. Which of the following has highest ionic radii? One is Fe plus 2, another one is Fe plus 3. Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3. In these two, which one has highest ionic radii? Option A, Fe plus 3 is less than Fe plus 2. Option B, Fe plus 2 is greater than Fe plus 3. Option C, Fe plus 2 is identical to Fe plus 3. Option D, all. Okay. So option A is correct one. And 11th bit, which of the following has highest ionic radii? One is nickel plus 3, another one is nickel plus 2. Nickel plus 2. Option A, nickel plus 3 is less than nickel plus 2. Option B, nickel plus 2 is greater than this one. Fe plus 3 is greater than Fe plus 2. Nickel plus 2 is less than nickel plus 3. Nickel plus 3 is similar to nickel plus 2. Okay. D, all. Which one is correct one? This is the correct one. Okay. Next. Is it clear up to 11th bit? And write the 12th question, that is same, and Mn plus 3 and Mn plus 2. 1. So these are having ionic radius. Okay, clear? Option A, Mn plus 3 less than Mn plus 2. Option B, Mn plus 2 is less than Mn plus 3 ion. Option C, Mn plus 2 is identical to Mn plus 3. D all. Which one is correct one? So option A is correct one. Okay. And next 13th one. So take the graph between atomic radius and atomic number. Okay. So we have majorly 3 transition series. Okay. So first transition series is 3D transition series. This is from scandium to zinc. Totally 10 elements are there. And second transition series is 4D transition series, that is from yttrium to cadmium. And third transition series is 5D, that is lanthanum to hafnium and mercury up to mercury. This is 5D transition series. Students, keep that in your mind. In between lanthanum and hafnium there is 14 elements are there. Already we discussed about this. There is 14 elements between lanthanum and 14 elements between lanthanum and hafnium. Mercury 80, this is 72, lanthanum 57 atomic number. Okay. Lanthanum and hafnium, that is cerium 58 to lutetium 71. Including these two, there is 14 elements are there in between lanthanum and hafnium. Keep that in our mind. Okay, it is the longest series, so we have to write these 14 elements at the bottom of the periodic table. Once see the periodic table, keep that. It is the 5D transition series. So 5D transition series means lanthanum and directly goes to after 57, directly we go to 72. Okay, and up to 72, 80 again. Totally 10 elements here. 10 elements here, 10 elements, 10 elements. Okay, so in between lanthanum and hafnium there is 14 elements are there. That 14 elements are not a D block elements. Okay, those are keep at bottom of the periodic table. Those are called as lanthanoids. What we call it is cerium 2 up to lutetium 71. We call it is lanthanoids. Keep that in our mind. After 57, generally we are expecting 58. That is not here. From 58 to 71, that is cerium to lutetium, there is 14 elements are there. That 14 elements are exist at the bottom of the periodic table. Those are not considered as D block elements. Those are called as F block element. Keep that in our mind. So again after lanthanum 57, directly go to 72 and up to mercury, that is totally 10 elements. These are the 4 transition series. Okay, keep that in our mind. So now I would like to take the graph of their atomic radius. Okay, atomic radius. This is trends in the atomic radius of 3D, 4D and 5D transition series. That means how their atomic radius are change or variable. Let's see. Very important for JEE and NEET. Already I gave you some important questions regarding these concepts also in the previous bits. Okay, I would like to draw the 3D transition series. First of all, this is radius in the increasing order from top to bottom. Atomic number is increases. Okay, so let us take, this is radius on y-axis. Let's see, this is starts from scandium, titanium, vanadium, cobalt, chromium, manganese, then iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. Okay. These are the first transition series. This is 3D transition series. First transition series. Okay. So it is in fourth period. Keep that. These transition series, 3D transition series in the periodic table, which period? Fourth period. Period means row. Period means row in the periodic table. So this is left hand side starting element. This is right hand side. Okay. Clear? So while we are moving from left to right, atomic size is decreased generally. Okay. Keep that in your mind. Generally, atomic size or radius decreases from left to right in the periods, whatever the period. In the period, left to right we are moving like this, the size is decreases. Okay. But here what happened, up to scandium to chromium, okay, and even the manganese also, atomic size decrease. This is the highest value, and come to here lowest value. Am I right? Decreasing atomic radius value, here it is high at this, increasing 0, 1, 2, 3 like this. Suppose scandium has highest atomic radius here, and where we are moving from left to right, what happened according to this statement? Decreases. This is the beginning of the curve, beginning of the series, enter of the series. In the scandium series, this is the beginning of the, up to manganese. Okay, up to manganese. Write down that point. At beginning of the 3D or 4D or 5D transition, not only 3D, we have to write above also. Up to manganese, atomic radius decreased. Atomic radius decrease according to this point. Okay, and keep that. But here these are called as coinage metals: iron, cobalt, nickel. Coinage metal, we can prepare coins by using this. Okay, coinage metals, there is no decrement, there is a constant, there is a single line, straight line. This is constant, radius is constant, very very important for JEE. So but radius or size of iron, cobalt and nickel is constant. Constant means no change, almost they have similar atomic radius already given in the bit. Okay, so let us come to copper and zinc. I think we are moving from left to right. Atomic size is decreases, am I right? I think we are expecting zinc has very much smaller than copper. Why? According to this statement, up to decrease according to this point. When we come to copper and zinc, generally we are expecting zinc is smaller than copper, am I right? Why? Because size is decreases, but the size of zinc is very much higher than copper. Higher than copper. Note that point here. Here size of copper is less than zinc. Less than zinc. But we expecting size of copper is greater than zinc. This is wrong. This is the correct one. Actually, size of zinc is very much less than copper according to this point. But copper size is greater than, smaller than zinc. What is the reason? Okay. So very important. So increase or not, copper radius, compare this line here. Radius here, but zinc radius is here, higher. Okay. Increase. What is the reason to increase that? Okay, I will explain. Let us draw the 4D transition series also here. 4D, it is from yttrium, zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, technetium, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, silver and cadmium. Okay, this is 4D transition series. Which period it is? This is 4th period and this is 5th period in the periodic table, 5th period, and 4D transition series. So this is also similar. Decrease, up to decrease, and constant, and again increase, That means increase. Okay. And what same like copper and silver, zinc and cadmium, these two. Constant, radius is constant. What about, I think we are expecting, write that. We are expecting size of silver is greater than cadmium. Why we are moving from left to right? Size is decreases. That means cadmium size is less than silver. But that is wrong here. I will explain what is the reason. This is wrong. But cadmium has greater than silver, like zinc has greater than copper. Okay. So very important. This is 4D and come to 5D. 5D also almost are similar. There is no variation. This is 6th period. Okay, and which series it is? 5D transition series. Okay, so what are they? Lanthanum, hafnium, tantalum, tungsten, rhenium, osmium, iridium, platinum, gold and mercury. Increase. Again these two also like these two. Size of mercury is greater than Rn. Size of mercury is greater than Rn. These are the constant radius. Constant. It's the very important 3D transition series. Okay, clear? I am already told these two are belongs to same group. These three are. So tungsten and molybdenum almost are similar size, similar, and here tantalum and niobium having similar atomic size or atomic radius. Okay, and here hafnium and zirconium also having similar size, similar atomic radius or size. Okay, similar atomic radius or size. So these are the transition series. Now this is entire one series, am I right? If we consider radius of all these, we can represent radius of 3D transition series and radius of 4D transition series, 4D transition series and radius of 5D transition series. Okay, so where is the radius of 3D transition series at? And here this is the radius of 4D transition series. This is the 5D transition radius. So radius of 3D less than 4D, 4D less than 5D. I think we are expecting, am I right? Let's see. So these are almost all similar. Keep that in your mind. Almost all similar at this point only 5D. Almost all similar. Okay. Let this. Radius of 3D transition metals. Radius of 3D transition metals is less than radius of 4D transition series. Am I right? Radius of 4D transition higher than 3D. Clear? That is one more point. And here radius of 3D transition series also less than radius of 5D transition series. 5D transition series. 5D transition almost at 4D. Okay. And what about this one? Radius of 4D transition series almost similar to radius of 5D transition series. Radius of 4D transition series almost a 5D transition series, but there is no variation. Almost have maintained same radius. For example, tantalum and niobium almost maintain same size, same atomic radius. That is the meaning of this point. Radius of 4D transition metals almost are equal to radius of 5D transition series here. Clear? What is the reason? What is the reason? Due to lanthanoid contraction. Lanthanoid contraction. Why? Radius of 4D transition series almost all similar to radius of 5D transition series means due to lanthanoid contraction. Okay, due to lanthanoid contraction. Okay. Keep that in your mind. Let us take zirconium and hafnium. I will explain what is already explained. Okay. So radius of hafnium is almost all similar to radius of zirconium. Actually, radius of zirconium just higher than radius of hafnium. It is 1.6 angstrom units. This is 1.59 angstrom units. Okay, almost are similar. And why? Okay, due to lanthanoid contraction. This is a period. This is the group. Vertical column is called as, these are the three periods. These are called as group. This is called as period. Okay. Now in this group there is hafnium and zirconium. So okay, from top to bottom, generally here zirconium belongs to 4D, am I right? This is 4D transition series, this is 5D transition series. Almost a radius of 4D almost similar to 5D according to that point. This one, okay. So generally from top to bottom atomic radius or size increases means zirconium has more. From top to bottom atomic size increases means zirconium has more size than hafnium. Am I right? Zirconium has more size than hafnium. Am I right? Clear? But due to lanthanoid contraction, this is group means first 4D then 5D, okay, and here it is zirconium and hafnium, okay. From top to bottom what happened? Zirconium has atomic radius 1.6 angstrom, it is 1.59 angstrom. So generally from top to bottom atomic radius is increases. That means what we are expecting? We are expecting size of hafnium is greater than zirconium. This is 5D transition, this is 4D, okay, but it is not correct, okay. Why? Because hafnium, that is 5D transition series, radius of 5D is almost similar to zirconium. Radius of zirconium, this is 40. These two are having almost a similar atomic size due to lanthanide contraction. What happened here? Hafnium, the electrons are very close to the nucleus, that's why its size is decreases. That is called lanthanide contraction here, okay. Let's see, I will explain what is the reason behind that. Okay, is it clear, ma? Once see the previous class regarding for this concept, and let us see ionic radius or ionic radii or ionic size. Ionic radius means radius in ions, okay. Let's see, let us take 3D transition series. Before that, ionic radii follow the same trend as atomic radius. Same thing, it also follow ionic radius, but here we have to discuss two important points, okay. That is the statement similar charge or similar oxidation state of ions which are belongs to a particular transition series their ionic radius decreases with an increasing atomic number. Meaning of this is here. What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of this point is very, very important. Let us consider a particular transition series, 3D or 4D or 5D. I would like to take 3D transition series. So you know very well, it start from scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. This is the 3D transition series. What is the atomic number? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Clear? Atomic number is increasing. Am I right? Atomic number is increasing from left to right, clear? Up to now, these all are process similar charge, that is +2 only. All are process +2, okay, +2. This is called as charge or oxidation state, charge or oxidation state. All the 3D transition metal ions, now these are the ions, these are charge or oxidation state. What is the oxidation state of scandium ion here? +2, titanium +2, all are similar atomic charge, same charges or same oxidation state. These are the ions. Atomic radius is increases. In this case, atomic number is increase the atomic number, their ionic radius decreases. Okay, so atomic radius is increases, then ionic radius is increasing. Atomic number is increases, then what happened? The ionic radius is increases. Okay, in this same charge case. So now scandium +3 and titanium are last one Zn +2. Now which one has highest ionic radius? That is the question already given. Which one has highest ionic radius or ionic size? That means which ion is bigger in size. So both are having similar oxidation state. These three are belongs to 3D transition series, same transition series. They process same oxidation state. Okay. Now what is the atomic number? 21. Here it is zinc 30. So atomic number is high. When atomic number is high, what happened? Their ionic radius is decreased. Ionic radius is increases means this is less, this is high. This is high atomic number, less atomic number, high ionic radius. And here high atomic number. High atomic number means less radius. So when atomic number is increases, then the ionic radius decreases in the similar charge case. Okay. In this case, ionic radius inversely proportional to atomic number. Okay. Okay. Now, so here atomic number is high. That means smaller ionic radius. Now ionic radius scandium +2 is greater than Zn +2. Clear? Why? Because atomic number is higher, so it has less ionic radius. Clear ma up to? Suppose compare these two, Cu +2 and Zn +2. Both are belongs to 3D transition. Here atomic number is 30, here atomic number is 29. Now which one has more ionic radius? Ionic radius Cu +2 is greater than Zn +2. This has more ionic radius. Why? Because less atomic number. We have to observe this. Both are similar charged ions. So that bits are given in the previous bits. same ions which are belongs to same transition series okay. In this case highest oxidation state ion has less ionic radii or size So let us take the example Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3. Both are same atoms, iron. Same atoms are ions. Same ions of iron. Both are belongs to 3D transition series. 3D transition series, iron. So charges are different here. Charges are different. In this case, charges are different. This has maximum oxidation state. Maximum oxidation state. Here it is plus 2. Less oxidation or charge. Less charge, more charge. Okay. In this particular case, ionic radii order is Fe plus 3 is less than Fe plus 2. That means ionic size is high for low oxidation state of ion. Okay, when oxidation state of different. Okay, and let us take one more. Nickel plus 3 and nickel plus 2. Both are belongs to 3D transition series. Here charge is plus 2 oxidation states. Now ionic radii order Ni plus 3 is less than Ni plus 2 in this case. Okay, same. Third one Mn plus 3 and Mn plus 2. Which one has highest ionic radii in these two pair? So ionic radii Mn plus 3 is less than Mn plus 2. Mn plus 2. Okay, clear ma? Keep these two are very very important. Okay. These are the some important bits regarding to atomic radius and ionic radius. Okay. Same pattern also follow in 4D 5D transition also. Okay. Y size of our atomic radius copper is less than zinc in 3D transition series. Okay. The same question, suppose you asked Az is less than cadmium in 4D transition series also. Same question. Answer for this. Atomic number Z increasing order and radius increasing order. First transition series scandium 2. This is copper and zinc. This is 3D transition series, fourth period in the periodic table. You know very well. This is left hand, right hand side. While we are moving from left to right, what happened? Generally atomic radius is decreased. Am I right? That means size decrease. Atomic radius or size. So we expecting. So what we expecting? Size of copper is greater than zinc. Right? Moving from left to right, size is decreased. So zinc may be small size, but here we are expecting this one. But copper is less than zinc. This is the question. Why copper size is less than zinc? Okay. So let's see what happened here. Okay. So let us take copper here. Argon 4s1 3d10. 3d10. Okay. And what about copper? Zinc. Argon 4s2 3d10. Completely fulfilled. Okay. So now let us take zinc. This is 4s2 3d10. Okay. These are valency electrons. Outermost electrons is called as valence electron. This is the nucleus which processes positive charge. Protons are present. Nucleus, center of the atom. Nucleus. Okay, is it clear, ma? Okay. Now in D there is 10 electrons. Am I right? There is 10 electrons. So here in 3d10 what happened? There is more number of electrons are possible. In 3d10 more repulsions takes place between electrons in 3d10. More repulsions. That means the electrons are spread around the nucleus. Okay, repulsions are takes place. Repulsions means size is increases. So size is increases. Size is increases due to the repulsion of these electrons. Okay, clear? These 3d electrons, due to the repulsions, what happened? The size is increases. That is the reason why zinc has more size than copper. Okay, keep that in your mind. The same concept also we have to explain in this case also. Okay. And zirconium and hafnium. This is titanium. These are belongs to same group. Same group. Okay. Titanium atomic number 20. Zirconium how much? 40 atomic number. And here hafnium 72. Okay. And before here this is 3D transition, this is 4D, 5D transition series, and here scandium, yttrium, lanthanum. Okay, this is 21, 39, 57 atomic number. So 3D transition, scandium, this is period, this is group. Okay. So in the group, from top to bottom from top to bottom, generally atomic radius increases. So we expecting radius of titanium is less than radius of zirconium is less than radius of hafnium. This is wrong. So what is the correct order? Radius of titanium is less than radius of zirconium is similar to radius of hafnium. Okay. So why here? This is 3D, 4D transition, 5D transition series. So generally we expecting hafnium has more atomic radius or more size, but these are similar atomic radius. Here it is 1.59 angstrom units, here it is 1.60 angstrom units, somewhat it is higher. So why? So how many protons are difference here? From titanium to 40, how many protons? Plus 18 charges difference. Here between these two, plus 32 charges difference. 32 protons are difference in hafnium. So more charges on hafnium nucleus, am I right? More positive center is there at hafnium. So when nucleus is positive, it can easily attract the outermost electrons, am I right? Clear? So let us take here what happened in lanthanum here. So this is hafnium. In hafnium we have, this is 3D, this is 4D, this is 5D and this is zirconium 4D, this is 5D. Clear? Okay. Let's see. For example, this is the hafnium nucleus. Hafnium nucleus. 6s2, 6s electrons here. This is valency cell. This is 5D. This is 4f. 4f. Okay. 4f is very near to nucleus. Nucleus has positive center. Okay. So here 4f 5D orbital act as screens or shades. That means like a wall between nucleus and 6s electrons. Okay, clear? 6s electrons. Remember, this shielding effect of 4f is less than 5D. That means poor shielding effect. Poor shielding effect of 4f than 5D. So not a strong wall. So if it is strong, what happened? This attraction on these outermost electron is very less. 4f is strong screening effect, that means it has strong wall. Then the force of attraction between these positive and these outermost electrons is very less. Then atomic size is very high. Okay. But here 4f is a poor shielding effect, that means it is a weak wall. So then these 6s valence electrons are pulled towards positive center. Attractions are happened. Then what happens? Size is decreases. So size is decreased due to poor shielding effect of these 6s electrons easily moves towards the nucleus. Then size is decreases. We are expecting size is more than zirconium, but due to this pore shielding effect, what happened? Its size is very close. This is called as lanthanoid contraction. Why lanthanoid contraction takes place? Due to the pore shielding effect of 4F. So keep that, I am already told you. In between lanthanum and hafnium there is 14 elements. How many elements? 14 elements. Am I right? This is enough. For that reason, I would like to give the exact definition for lanthanoid contraction also here. Let's see. In 5D transition series, it starts from lanthanum and hafnium and up to mercury. This is up to 80, this is 72. Lanthanum, hafnium, tantalum, tungsten, rhenium, osmium, iridium, platinum, totally 10 elements. 10 elements. This is 5D transition series. So here it is 57. So in between these two there is cerium to lutetium 58 to 71. 14 elements are there. 14 elements. So cerium to lutetium 58 to 71. 14 elements are there after lanthanum. That means after 57. After lanthanum in the 5D series, how many elements are there in between lanthanum and hafnium? 14 elements are there. These 14 elements are called as lanthanides. Elements after lanthanoid up to 71 cerium. After lanthanoid means which one? Lutetium up to lutetium. From after lanthanum means which one is there? That is cerium 57. After lanthanum to up to lutetium, those are called as lanthanides. After the elements after lanthanide is called as lanthanum is called as lanthanide. So 14. These 14 elements are not these 14 elements not yet D block elements. These are F block elements. So we keep them at bottom of the periodic table, lanthanide and actinide. See once the periodic table. So we kept 14 elements at bottom of the periodic table. Okay, they taken as separated. Okay, so this is about. So in the lanthanides, what happened? Okay, lanthanoids means after lanthanum we have cerium and up to lutetium. That 14 elements are called as lanthanoids. Okay, now lanthanoid contraction. Lanthanoid contraction means see carefully. In lanthanoids, that is from cerium and lutetium the atomic radius or size gradually decrease gradually decrease due to pore shielding or pore screening effect of 4F orbitals is called lanthanoid contraction. Is called as lanthanoid contraction. Their size is decreases slowly, gradually, from left to right, gradually decreases. So that means almost are having similar radius, similar sizes. Okay, we'll discuss in the next class. So what is lanthanoid contraction? While we are moving from left to right in lanthanoids, lanthanoid means after the elements after lanthanum. Okay, this is 58 ma, lanthanum 57, 58. Okay, clear? So due to the pore shielding effect. Pore shielding effect means 6s, 5d, 4f. This is the weak. This 4f has. This is the nucleus. Weak shielding orbital. Weak shielding orbital. Am I right? Then what happened? These 6s electrons easily enter into nucleus. Then automatically size is decreases. So radius decreasing gradually. That means almost all are having similar size, cerium to lutetium. Okay. So this is called lanthanoid contraction. We have the